festive.
Do you notice?
Other than wire detangling,
It's quite early yet, really.
These fascists onto the streets of Newcastle, and we made sure that they didn't do that. I've seen in the news this morning that poor Tommy Robinson is having to flee from the UK and become a refugee. So fantastic work that we've done there. Right, who's ready to get warmed up with a bit of a song? Yeah, we're gonna make it a real positive vibe today. So we're gonna start off with the wonderful Bethany Ellen Coyle, accompanied by Ron Brown. So, get your singing voices going. I'm sure you're going to be able to join in at least with the chorus.
Welcome, everybody. Do you feel like singing? Yay! Una mattina mi son svegliato. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi son svegliato e ho trovato l'invaso. We are Geordies and we're united. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. We are united against the fascists. We stand in solidarity and we are fighting. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. We are fighting for our pensions and we will not be denied.
Thank you, Bethany. Big hand for Bethany. I was going to ask everybody to move over here, but I've just realised people are standing over there for the bit of sunshine that we've got, aren't they? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Right, okay, my name's Tony Downing. I'll be introducing some of the speakers today. I'm from Newcastle UNITES, and my co-host is Janice here from Stand Up to Racism North East. We'll be sharing that load. So, first of all, I'm going to bring up, I want a really big round of applause, because those people who were here back in September at this fantastic, several thousand people here in the sunshine then as well, but the sunshine was down this side as well. We had a fantastic day, and that day was led by Mez Nisa Shah. So put your hands together for Mez from Newcastle Unites. Mez.
Well, thank you, you kind people. I like the way everyone stood at the side here trying to keep warm. Lovely. So let's warm up. A couple of chants maybe, because speeches, I don't have a great deal to say. Whose streets? Whose streets? Say it loud, say it clear. Refugees are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Refugees are welcome here. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Wonderful, thank you so much, you beautiful people, and I hope to see you on the 28th in London. Love.
Hi guys, I have the absolute pleasure of introducing Rob Berthwaite. Rob Berthwaite, who is the convener for Stand Up to Racism. I'll say that again because we were a little bit interrupted there by a dickhead. I will have the great honour of introducing Rob Berthwaite, who is the convener for Stand Up to Racism.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you for being here, everybody. And it's quite right, isn't it? We're here on the Valentine's Day to celebrate our message of love and unity. A message of love and unity against the message of hatred and division peddled by the likes of the Nazi Tommy Robinson and the racist Nigel Farage and the rest of the far right here and around the world. And actually we know who the best friends of Robinson and Farage are. It's that absolute piece of, I can't use the word, Donald Trump and his best mate, the richest bigot in the world, Elon Musk. And though they've got friends like that, Tommy Robinson and Farage here, they got friends like Trump and Musk. We've got something far more powerful. We've got millions and millions of people who hate them and hate what they stand for. And actually, we saw a glimpse of that, didn't we, in Minneapolis? And actually, they chased ICE out of Minneapolis, and Farage intends to bring ICE here. And our message to Farage and the far right in general: you bring them here and you're going to get the same treatment you got in Minneapolis and Minnesota. We're not going to tolerate it, actually. And it's more than just a rally today, actually, because I say we outnumber them, and we do. There's a famous quote from Malcolm X, right? Malcolm X said, "We are never outnumbered, but we are sometimes out-organised." And today is about more than just a show of unity and love, actually. It's an opportunity for everybody here to begin to get involved in the process of organising, because organise we must. We must organise for the 28th of March demonstration in central London, and we've got transport going down from across the northeast. You can get the details on the stall, the Stand Up to Racism northeast stall at the front of the platform. But more importantly, we've got thousands of stickers, thousands of flyers, hundreds of posters on that stall. At the end of this rally, we don't want to have any left. Take them away. They've got their flags of hate and division. We want our stickers of love and unity to be plastered all over Newcastle and the northeast. So it's great that you're here today, and I hope you're going to come on the 28th of March. But between now and then, let's get organised. Join us. Together, we can beat them. Solidarity.
Thank you, Rob. Thanks very much. And we're saying yes.
1,000 deportations. What about that?
We'll let them have a few words. Okay. If you want to go and have a word with him, that's fine. Go and have a few words with him. We're not going to interrupt. Okay. Thanks for that, Rob. And I don't know whether it's Mohammed Shafiq here from PCS yet. If not, I'm going to ask Pam to pop up in a moment. But we'll do a couple of chants while I'm inviting Pam to come up and speak. And we'll do, I'll say love Newcastle, you say hate racism, okay? Love Newcastle! Hate racism! Love Newcastle! Hate racism! Love Newcastle! Together Alliance organising the national demonstration in London on March the 28th. We hope everybody here will find a way to get to London on March the 28th so that we can show the fascists, show Tommy Robinson that we can mobilise hundreds of thousands of people as well in this country. So please pick a big hand for Pam Wortley for Newcastle Stop the War Coalition. Pam.
Thank you. The Stop the War Coalition is committed to preventing and ending all wars. The link between war and racism is undeniable. Wars destroy lives, destabilise regions, fuel terrorism and generate racism. Governments justify war by creating enemies. People of different religions, cultures or skin colours are dehumanised as threats or terrorists. Racism inevitably thrives. The Stop the War Coalition opposes all forms of racism, including Islamophobia, anti-Semitism and the denial of Palestinian rights. Since the launch of the so-called War on Terror, Stop the War has led mass protests against the appalling illegal wars in Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya and Syria, Muslim-majority countries, all failed military interventions, the world more dangerous. The social and economic fabric of these countries destroyed, billions wasted, millions killed or displaced, creating refugees, people forced to flee the very conflicts our government supported. Then, with blatant hypocrisy, it claims there's no room for them. That's the cruel irony. Ukrainian refugees are rightly welcomed, but black and brown refugees fleeing other wars are met with hostility. All refugees are welcome here. The solution isn't higher walls. The solution is to end the wars that force people to flee. The billions spent on bombs and nuclear weapons should be used for the NHS, housing, climate action, fighting poverty, and yes, supporting refugees. As for Palestine and the unbearable, brutal, live-streamed genocide, Stop the War with the Palestine Solidarity Campaign has led huge protests against our government's support for Israel's apartheid regime, with its cruel ethnic cleansing and expansion into the West Bank, Lebanon and Syria. Would our government stay silent if Palestinians were white? Western governments consistently side with those who look like them. Racism is not accidental. It divides us, distracts us, and protects the powerful. We reject racist scapegoating. Let's challenge the filthy rich, landlords, bosses, and corporations profiting from misery. In this time of economic hardship and social division, solidarity starts here in our communities, with those who grow our food, teach our children, and keep our services running. There has never been a more urgent time to stand up to racism. Peace is a radical act against racism, recognising the dignity of all and rejecting violence. To combat racism, we must oppose war. So, join the Stop the War Coalition.
Thank you, Pam. I'm now introducing Christine Jackson, who's the branch secretary of Newcastle City Unison, and we are very, very grateful to the Northern TUC who are supporting us. Hooray! Christine.
Hello. Comrades, thank you. Christine Jackson from Unison Newcastle City branch. Yesterday was actually my first day as branch secretary at Unison Newcastle City, and I think actually there's no better time in these most challenging times to be a trade unionist, because as a trade unionist I get to live and work for unity, not just as a concept or a fancy slogan, but as a blueprint for how working people survive, organise and win. We all know that racism, misogyny, homophobia, biphobia, transphobia and all forms of oppression manifest for the same reason: to divide us. Look around you today. Look how many we are. We are strength in depth, in numbers, and most importantly in diversity. It demonstrates the truth that they would have us forget, that we have far more in common than that which divides us. We have common goals. We have common struggles. We work for a living. We struggle with bills and rely on public services. We want safe workplaces, secure housing, decent healthcare, and a future where we can all live with dignity. Those shared needs matter far more than the differences that they would weaponise. They tell us that migrant workers are to blame for low pay and worsening living standards, and that trans people are somehow to blame for just about everything else. The lies are designed to distract us from the truth. Chronic and criminal underfunding of public sector services, privatisation, inequality, corporate greed, and the rich getting richer as they reap their rewards from the divisions they sow. We see discrimination play out every day in our workplaces, where black workers are disciplined more harshly and monitored more closely, and migrant workers are exploited and silenced through fear. Trans workers are facing indignities, harassment and exclusion, and all too often they stand by, hoping that we won't stand together. Our response must always be collective, a kind of solidarity that leaves nobody behind. There is no working class unity that treats anyone as disposable. If one of us is targeted today, another will be targeted tomorrow, and the next day it will be me. History teaches us as much. The real threat to working people is a political system that protects wealth while scapegoating the most marginalised. We cannot fight that system unless we stand shoulder to shoulder. And that's why anti-racism and trade unionism belong together. They are the same thing: social justice, collective struggle, and ultimately collective liberation. Here in Newcastle, a city with a proud history of collectivism and solidarity, we are sending a clear message that we will not let hate divide us, we will not let fear be weaponised, and we will not allow anyone to be sacrificed for political gain. So let today be more than a rally, let it be a commitment to organise ourselves, a commitment to defend each other, a commitment to challenge racism and all forms of hate and oppression wherever they appear, be that our workplaces, in our unions, in our streets, in our communities, in our politics. Because when we focus on what we share in common, fear loses its deadly grip. When we organise around our common goals, division will fail. And when workers stand united, all of us united, we are unstoppable.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Unison. Fantastic for that. Thank you. Let's have a go at that chant again. I'll do love, you do Newcastle, I'll do hate, you say racism. How does that work? That might work a bit better, doesn't it? Love, hate, love, hate, love, hate, love, hate, 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 love. Brilliant. Okay, we've got our next speaker. We thought perhaps he got lost, perhaps, but he's managed to find his way up here from Manchester.